Evening, everybody. Welcome to the CONMEBOL Copa América Estados Unidos 2024. We are with the coach Jesse Marsch and with the player Stefan Eustáquio for the Canada national team. Before the start, please, it's not allowed to broadcasting or record with cell phones or any dispositive. Remember, you could download the press conference with the QR code. And to ask, please put up your hand and wait for the microphone. Introduce with your name and your media name also. Let's start right here, please.
Matthew Chenet with TSN. Jesse, this morning I didn't have a counter on it, but the Chilean player and the coach kept counting the amount, or kept saying that how physical Canada is. Same thing happened against Peru, but to our count, Chile has more yellow cards than you do, and certainly there's far more number of fouls. Do you see that as a tactic? Sometimes we see this in North American sports where coaches will get on the dais and they'll talk about the physicality as a way of somehow communicating something to, officials or what have you. You see it as a tactic at all?
Yeah, I think it depends on how you want to use the word physical. Like if you talk about our team being strong and fast and powerful, yes, we have that. We have that kind of team. I think we've shown though in this tournament that although we try to play aggressively and play physically, that we also try to play very fairly and very disciplined. So that's been our emphasis. Whether it's a tactic or not, I don't know. I think I would hope there's an appreciation for the way the team plays and the amount of work they put into the games. And we're going to continue to build that into what we do, certainly moving forward.
Hola, Julio Ibáñez de TUDN.
¿Vas a preguntar en español?
If you like in English.
Your call. If it's in Spanish, they need to set up.
What do you prefer, Spanish or English? It's okay?
Todo bien.
Okay. Muy probablemente pudieran jugar contra México si se combinaran algunos resultados, entendiendo que México pudiera terminar todavía en primer lugar de grupo y si ustedes ganan mañana pudieran avanzar como segundo de grupo. ¿Les gustaría enfrentarse a México o por la experiencia que esta Copa América requiere, les puede dar de cara al Mundial de 2026, prefieren con alguien de CONMEBOL que podría ser Venezuela?
Yeah, we haven't gotten that far. We're totally focused on this match. Who we would play in the next round, that's really not of our concern. We're 100% focused in the moment on exactly this moment and playing Chile.
Coach Eugenio Salinas de Radio Bio Bio de Chile. Quisiera saber qué consideración tiene sobre el equipo chileno y sabiendo que ustedes tienen la prioridad número uno para clasificar, mucha gente podría pensar que podrían ir conservadores a enfrentar este partido para mantener esa situación. ¿Cuál es la realidad que van a utilizar ustedes mañana? Gracias.
First, when I took this job and I saw what our draw was for this tournament, I knew we were in for three incredibly difficult matches. It's turned out to be that way with the first two. And if you look at Chile in the recent history and how they've performed in this tournament, they're one of the best teams in the last 15, 20 years. So then right away we knew, as much as Argentina is sort of like the headliner and favorite out of the group, that Chile is an incredibly experienced team, successful team, a very successful coach, and really good, talented, quality, experienced players. So clearly, for us, this will be a big challenge. We will make sure that we play disciplined like we have the previous two matches, but we will be aggressive. We won't just sit back and think that we're playing for a draw. We know that a win is still the most important thing, and the 3 points puts us through 100%. But I think we have to be very intelligent in not opening up the match too much to give the Chilean players, who are good in space, good in combination, really clever and intelligent players, we don't want to give them too much room. So I think the balance and discipline and compactness and concentration to play the exact game we want to play against a very good team will be a massive challenge, and that will determine how successful we can be.
Christian Jack from One Soccer. Just a question for you, Steph, if you don't mind. Your team has shown a lot of maturity and composure so far through 2 games, and I know your coach has challenged you guys to be more mature. As someone who's been with this group for a while now, I wonder if you could tell us what areas do you see that the team has improved in that area?
Yeah, I think we made a huge step in the last game in that matter. I believe that, Argentina, France, Holland, they were good experiences for us, but I think the best experience we had was this last game because we got a South American team, very intense, very strong. They put out a fight, being very direct, winning second balls, having set pieces, gaining momentum. And as coach said before, we bended, but we didn't crack. And I think that's one of the best lessons that we could have gotten from that game is just, we stuck with each other and we faced the adversity, and I think we did a pretty good job. And we knew that if we made it to the halftime, that we were gonna gather ourselves and balance the team well. And I think we did a pretty good job in that first half. Although it was very hard, we did a pretty good job. And then in the second half, it was way better. So yeah, I think it gives us motivation for this game. We know what we're gonna get. Chile is a very hard team, aggressive as well, intense, with quality. So yeah, it's gonna be an amazing game. I think we're in a good spot. But at the same time, they only have one focus, and they want to win. So it's gonna be a very difficult match. But if we're on our level, I think it'll be enough to go through.
Just to follow up there as well, I know we get to talk going forward a lot, but if you don't mind, just to look back a little bit on a couple of things. There were some of us here for your debut here for Canada 5 years ago when you came on in that match, and I know that was a big moment. Would you ever imagine that after making that debut that day for Canada that you'd go on and make a Nations League final and Gold Cup semi-final, a World Cup, and now be talking here in a Copa America? Maybe just give a little bit of a summary on how that journey's been so far for you since coming on here on the pitch in 2019.
Yeah, I debuted here against the US. Obviously, it's a special stadium. I've been with the program now for a couple of years. Obviously, been through some tough challenges, but I was rewarded as well. And I'm very happy to be here at this spot with all of this experience that I've been having in the last couple of years. And I feel good. I feel fresh. I feel motivated, and I think tomorrow is going to be one of the most important games that we have after the World Cup. So it'll be very nice to go through in this stadium.
Either one of you can answer this. You've expected a lot out of your team, learning a new system, but also the heat over the last few games. Where are you guys mentally knowing the kind of output you're going to need tomorrow? And Steph in particular, building off of what Jesse was saying, the reputation that Chile has, the core of this team has won back-to-back Copa Americas in 15 and 16. How does this team approach that mentally, knowing that they have a presence on the field, especially when talking to the refs, that is different than maybe the reputation that you're building as a country right now?
Can I start? Okay. Obviously, they have, star players, very good players, and they have the quality to decide a game with one shot, one set piece, whatever, one free kick, whatever. And I think if Alexis Sanchez scored that tap in, things would be different. And they have that quality. So I mean, we have to be focused every minute, knowing that on one set piece, on one shot, whatever, they have the quality to score, and we can't let ourselves down in that matter. So, as you said, and well, we don't have the experience that they have in Copa America, but at the same time, we are a young group that's motivated. We're hungry. We respect Chile a lot, and we just wish that they know that all we want to do tomorrow is compete, and we're gonna fight for our spot, and it's gonna be a very good game.
Yeah, well, the weather conditions have been difficult to manage for us, but we put a lot of fitness in. We've talked about the preparation that's necessary. I think in between matches, we've managed the regeneration process really well, and we're younger, which gives us a better chance, I think, of being able to recover and perform once again. So, we're excited. We're excited for tomorrow.
Hey, Coach. This is Gina Valdivieso from F News Agency. I want to know what are your thoughts about the suspension for coaches like Gareca and Scaloni. You had some complaints about the match with Argentina, and now they are suspended. So
yeah, I made those comments sort of facetiously. Because I didn't really think that anyone would be held accountable, but I find it pretty remarkable. And it's a harsh penalty, I think. But if I assume that both Chile and Argentina were warned once about it. We've been warned about different infractions that we've had, and we've tried to then adhere to the rules and make sure that we're disciplined in every way as a team, as an organization, for me as a coach. So we respect the rules. And yeah, I think it can be considered an advantage, but in the end, the players have to play on the pitch, and Gareca will do a great job preparing them for a great match, and they'll be ready. We have no doubt.
Any other question? Okay, Coach.
Good job.
Thank you.
Thank you.